Let the bells of freedom ring today. Let the bells of freedom ring. Well, where is your bells of freedom? They done died for your freedom. Where is your freedom today? Will your freedom ring out to the tallest top of the mountain, or will your freedom ring in your grave? Where's your freedom today? Well, you have Christopher Epps, who's about to become president of all of the prisons in the United States. You black folks, even whites, who sit here talking about, I'm going to wait for God to come because God is going to fix the problem. Well, I tell you, don't sit too much longer. If you do, you're going to be bankrupt. If you do, your whole household will end up in prison. Even you will. If you continue sitting and waiting, talking about God is going to make a change, you're going to wait until night cometh. And you know what happened when night cometh. When night cometh, no man shall see the Lord. When night cometh, the prey will become a prey because the predator is on their back. I say, I don't want the night to fall on me. Yes, it's heartbreaking times.
All right.
Young man was raped in prison by gangs. The guards watched it happen. They raped that young man until they burst open his rectum, tore up his insides. Christopher Epps' office wrote a letter to that young man's wife and said he had sex with all of those men consensually. Well, I say shame on Mr. Epps. His guards should not let that have happened even if it was consensual. But that young man cried and told his wife that they beat him and did that to him. Another young man was walking down the corridors in Parchment. Another inmate stuck a stick and stabbed him. That young man was in critical condition. Another young man that was an inmate was found with a gun. Come to find out, a guard brought the gun in that they claimed. They are finding drugs in the prison. And many of the inmates are telling me, Dr. Gillam, we're not bringing the drugs in the prison, but we're the ones getting the extra time for it when the guards are bringing it in. They're finding cell phones in the prison. The inmates said, Dr. Gillam, we're not bringing these cell phones in. That's getting us more time, but the guards are bringing it in. Well, I say to you all this afternoon, you keep sitting here and letting us lose our black children to a handful of men who don't care about you nor them. Shame on you, and may God have mercy on your house. Yes, I sit and listen to Christopher Epps say we need to have a system up where we can take good time from inmates, and he's taking good time every day. Why? Because he don't want to let your sons and daughters come home. If he did, he would set up a system to rehabilitate and not just house. You see, he's not even housing them decently. Why? Because they have to pay for their own clothes in prison. They have to pay for their shoes that they wear in prison. They have to pay for decent food But your sons and daughters say, may I have a sick call slip because I'm sick? They tell them, no, you don't need sick call. You're not going to see a doctor. That inmate will sit there and suffer, roll over and have a severe heart attack, roll over and have a stroke, roll over and go into shock. That's not right. Or what they will do, they will put your child in a situation where they will try to give him some medication that don't even belong to him. And the things that they will do will say to him that, yes, you're going to take this medicine. Then they will force that medicine on him. And when he take that, when they give him that medicine, he become not just a vegetable, but he will also become a schizophrenia. He will also become an individual who have mental problems. And then the first thing they will do is call home and say, didn't your child have schizophrenia before he came to prison? Didn't your child have a mental problem before he came here? But I say to you this afternoon, if you as a mother and you as a father say yes to something that you know is not the truth, then we in this society will be able to say that we have failed as decent human beings. But I say to you today, that's not right. It's not right for you to sit here and cry behind your children. That's not right for you to sit here and worry about. But all I know this afternoon, who are paying Christopher F's salary? Who are paying Governor Barber's salary? Are you going to continue paying these men a salary for them to mistreat your loved ones? I say that's not right. I say that's not right. On this afternoon, I received a call. One of the prisons had a riot here. A lot of inmates were severely hurt. How many, I don't know. But I say to you all, what is most important to you? Your children? Or just sitting here and waiting? Everybody hollering, I'm going to wait on God. Well, God is waiting on you.
Amen.
God is waiting on you to open your mouth and say, I have enough. Even God said he had enough when Egypt had Israel. And he sent Moses to speak to Pharaoh and said, Pharaoh, God said, let his people go. Yeah. Well, when God did not let his people go, God instilled in Moses to put blood over the doorpost. And when he did that, the death angel rolled on across past them. Yeah. Your blood is your mouth. Your blood is your strength, that inner strength that you have. Your blood is that motherly instinct that you have. Yeah,